Welcome to War Games. We will get you ready for your next sales opportunity. Are you looking to win the sales battle? You have joined the right team. Here on the War Games Group, we take the strategies and mindsets from the most successful salespeople and share it with you. With our help, you won't have to fail your way to the top. When it comes to crossing the minefield of sales, step in the footprints of those that crossed before you. Prepare yourself for boot camp and beyond. It's time for War Games to begin.
Shall we play a game?
War Gamers, I want to say hi. Thanks for joining us today on War Games Wednesday. I'm really excited to bring somebody up. I got Brian and Netta on the screen with us as our VIPs. I'll move you guys around. In the backside, I also have our guest trainer for today, which is a phenomenal individual I got to meet 11 years ago while he was hosting an amazing event. And so I just want to talk a couple things. He's going to touch on it when he comes up to go through. But we're talking about a keynote speaker, author, podcaster, creator of brands, and he's also an award-winning copywriter. Okay, he's a personal friend of mine, an absolutely genuinely good soul, which is a good thing for us to try to connect with today in the world. So looking at that, I want you guys to understand he's written 9 books. So, I love him already because he's a #1 bestseller and he's got 9 books. I will tell you, if he shows us the books later, this is what I learned from him 11 years ago was the non-threatening Caucasian hand pyramid. Okay, so that's what I put up now. I'm going to tease him right now because he's back on. But I learned this because every book he had was you need to do this so you're not threatening. And it's I was like, Craig, this is brilliant. I need this. So every time I go to train people, I'm like, let's talk about this. I'm non-threatening. Let's go through. But I added the Caucasian part because what the heck, that was funny. But that we look. So Craig Duswalt, it is an absolute pleasure to have you on the War Games show. It's been a lot in the making since we all get to bounce around the country and go through. Craig, this is Brian. Brian is that face guy I told you about prior to the thing. So he's judging you harshly right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I hope he doesn't judge too hard.
Brian will be nice. We can save it for afterwards. But I'm going to go ahead and move everybody around. I do want to say welcome, Craig. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you've got the RockStar Marketing, Rock Your Life. It's right behind you on your poster there. You have been doing events all around the country. And then we got to go, let's go virtual with everything. And we're going to continue going virtual. And as questions pop up in the comments, I will post them up for you so we don't have to worry about those going on. But thank you, Craig.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Joe. Absolutely. Brian, give him one thing about his eyebrows. Come on now.
I'm on my iPad, so I can't see him. I'll have to move my computer. Then I'll jump back in.
I see how you are. I see how you are. Yeah. See, he was giving him. Now he's going to go read about you online real quick. Come up with an analysis.
No, just move over here so I don't have to zoom in like this.
Okay, good. Yes. So fantastic. Look, it's Joe and Craig. Okay.
Oh, wait, Tim Gillette's here?
Tim Gillette is here.
I gotta go.
Yeah. No, he's in the secondary seating. He's not up here with us. He can't touch us.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's a good thing.
Timmy. No touching.
Fantastic. So, Craig, I want to do the typical fashion, which is I got a group of salespeople that go through everything. We are also live over on Instagram as well. So I have it set up over here going live so we can actually say we're going to make the biggest impact possible because I do one show that's publicly broadcasted every month. We're here on the 1st of December and it's Craig Duswalt.
Oh,
that's what I'm telling you.
There you go.
Okay. All right. We're going to put our money in there. Now, Ken Walls said you're his best friend. We know that's not true. Okay.
Ken's my best friend.
Right. Yeah. I'm in the top 500 of Ken's 5,000 followers.
Oh, there you go. That's good. You got
something. We're there. So we're there. Perfect. So I want to say to you, Craig, what can we do to teach people to say, hey, if you want to sell one more thing today, what do they need to focus on? What do they need to do that is uniquely Craigisms and the Rock Your Life?
Well, let me share this. I have a little PowerPoint So I'm going to share my screen, and at some point in my PowerPoint, I'm actually going to touch on that. Is that fair?
That's awesome.
All right. I'm going to touch on it a lot. Now, I speak very fast. I'm from New York, but if you get a replay of this, then you can slow me down. But I'm not going to. I have like literally, seriously, and everyone says I'm crazy. I have 139 slides to get through in 30 minutes. Now, most of you will say that's impossible.
I know better.
Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to do what I did before.
Okay.
And tell me if that's good.
And then I'm going to add this to the stream, and boom, we are perfect.
All right. So this is
Brian's still judging your face, though.
I know
He's
you can't judge now. See, I'm out. I'm out. No face.
Yeah.
So I'm a keynote speaker, author, podcaster, creator of RockStar Marketing and Rock Your Life, like Joe said. My website address is http://www.craigduswalt.com. You'll get that later. This is a picture of me. I'm going to share a little bit about myself just so, because it might be a totally new audience. This is me back in college. And this is why I'm as crazy as I am today, because I started dressing like that a long time ago. I have an event finally coming up February 3rd, 4th, and 5th in North Dallas, Texas. I have not had an event for about a year and a half. I've put on events in Los Angeles. We had 600 to 700 people at each event. It's a conference for entrepreneurs, and I'm really teaching it's mindset, marketing, and mastery. Those are the three topics that we're going to be talking on. So you'll have an opportunity to come to this for a very discounted price because you know Joe Ingram at the end of this presentation. It's a 2.5-day event, like I just said, marketing, mindset, and mastery. So I teach mindset because I can teach you all the marketing tricks in the world or the secrets in marketing. But if you don't believe in your heart that you're going to be successful and your product or service is something that is needed by people, then you're not going to be successful. So you have to have the right mindset. And then mastery is then teaching people how to become a rock star, how to become a celebrity in their field. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Some things that you can do to automatically become that immediately. 2 quick life tips, though, before we start. Number 1, bring music into your life. Every day when we wake up, we crank music. We have a Yamaha player piano, this grand piano in our living room, and it plays piano. It's a player piano. And we crank music throughout the house, and it gets us going for the day. Every day we listen to loud music when we're trying to get inspired. And trust me, if you do this every day, you're going to start dancing to your office, dancing to get coffee in the morning. It's a great thing to do to get motivated for the day. Because every time I play Name That Tune at my seminars, all the songs I play, everybody is smiling the entire time. They're so happy about listening to music. So if you do that every day, you cannot get in a bad mood. The other quick life tip is always do your best just in case someone is watching. And this is what happened to me back in 1983. I just graduated college with a marketing degree. Hello? Oh,
we're with you.
I graduated college with a marketing degree, and I got a job at a theater in Long Island, New York, Westbury Music Fair. I literally worked there 2 weeks, and my job was to get drinks and towels for the bands or for the comedians or for the talent that came in there to come in and do a show. And Air Supply, 2 weeks into my job, Air Supply comes in and does a show, the band Air Supply, on a Friday and Saturday night. Friday night, I work the show, and I'm getting them drinks. I'm taking them to sound check to and from the hotel. I'm getting them towels. I'm making sure their dressing room is okay. I am the gopher. I am the lowest man on the totem pole at the theater, but I'm running around like a madman backstage on Friday. Friday night happens. I go home. Saturday, my mother says, I want to go see Air Supply, and you work there, so you can get me a ticket. So I get her a ticket to the show. Her and her friend come to the show. I'm not even scheduled to work on Saturday, but I go with them. During the show, my mom says, can you get us backstage? I want to meet the band. And I'm like, great. My mother's a groupie. So I get her backstage to meet the band. And while we're backstage, their security guard, Air Supply's security guard, walks over to me. He's this really large man, security guy. And he says, you were the guy that was working here last night, right? And I'm like, yes, I am, Mr. Very Large Man. And he says, how much do you make a week here? And I said, I was thinking it's none of his business, but he's huge. I should answer the question. So I said about $150 a week. And he said, how would you like to quadruple that? And so many things went through my mind of what this man wanted me to do to him for $600 a week. But I figured, you know what? I'm in. I'll do whatever you want for $600 a week. He said, the band saw you working last night. They loved your positive attitude and your energy. They want to know if you want to go on the road you leave tomorrow. To make a very long story short, I toured with Air Supply since that night for 7 years as the band assistant. And then, so here's some pictures. It's the band Air Supply. This is me, the second one from the right in the red pleather pants. And that's the band Air Supply.
Which ironically you're wearing right now. You showed me before the show.
No, you can't tell. I ain't wearing anything tonight. I'm kidding. TMI.
RockStar.
Yeah, right. Very rockstar. So anyway, so that is the picture of the band and my red pleather pants. And then the security guard from Air Supply, through some weird thing, became the manager of Guns N' Roses. So he calls me up one day. Doug says, "You ready to go back on the road?" I'm like, "What do I have to do?" He said, "You're going to be in charge of Axl Rose." I'm like, uh-oh, doesn't he get in trouble a lot? "Yes, but I'm going to pay you a lot of money." I'm like, all right, fine. So then I toured with Guns N' Roses for 3.5 years during the Use Your Illusion World Tour of 1990 to 1993. And then this is Axl and I. This is me and Slash. And then I went to so I did that. And then I went to a Tony Robbins seminar because I was on the road for like 10 years working with these bands, and I wanted to get normal. That was my fiance at the time. Now at this picture, she's my wife. So we went to a Tony Robbins seminar, and he brainwashed us into thinking that we could become entrepreneurs and have our own business. So that's what I did. I became America's shoestring budget coach, which I'm a marketing expert, and I will just be honest with you. This is what Joe is saying with the hands. I wrote all these books with those hands, but this is the stupidest thing that you can possibly be when you're trying to tell people how to become rock stars in their business. I'm basically telling people, don't spend any money. Don't do anything that would cost any money. I'm going to teach you all how to do everything for free, but you're not going to make any money because you got to invest in yourself a little bit. So I did that. There's the picture that Joe was talking about.
Yes.
I just have
love it.
Yeah, I know. And then I was smart enough to put the picture on books that I had written, and I hate this picture. So I did that, but I dressed in a suit, and I just got off the road with Guns N' Roses. I had never worn a suit in my life, and so I dressed like this, but I felt like that. And if you know who that is, it's Milli Vanilli, and they was lip syncing.
Girl, you know it's true.
There you go. You go, girl. You go, girl. So I felt like that, and then I went to an event. A James Malinchak event. He's a speaker guy, and it was a very long story of how I even got there, but I'm not going to go into that now. But I went to the event, and that's when I changed everything. I took a new headshot. I did large seminars with like 600 to 700 people. This was my RockStar marketing boot camp way back in the day. Now I have a better stage, a bigger stage, and I have a big banner because when people come up on stage, they take pictures of themselves on stage, and my brand is right behind them. This is me on stage recently. This is Russell Hitchcock, the lead singer of Air Supply. That's him right there. And I'm having my 60th birthday party, by the way, this weekend in Texas. And he is flying in for my birthday party. I mean, I have
that's amazing.
Stars flying in. So I'm very blessed that they actually like me, which is really, really nice. This is Lee Steinberg, who has spoken on my stage a couple of times. The super agent that the movie Jerry Maguire was basically based on. So he's been at my seminars. Bo Eason, an amazing speaker on what is your story. This is David Koechner, an actor who is on Todd Packer, I think his name was, on The Office. He's been in a million movies, Anchorman movies. Anyway, I get really, really cool people at my events because I just know so many people from touring with these bands and then using the celebrity of that to connect with other people. So my next event, like I said, is February 3rd to the 5th. It's in North Dallas, Texas. Very easy to get to from DFW or Love Field in Texas. So today, really fast, I'm going to talk about 8 steps to become the go-to rock star expert in your industry. So Joe was talking about what is one thing that you could do today to immediately, hopefully I have about maybe 15 or 20 of them. So number 1 is be creative. Now, this is a thing, I really truly believe this, that most of us are right there. We are right there from being well known in our industry. But we have to do one little tweak. Maybe it's just one little thing that we need to do differently, whether it's a couple of words on a website, whether it's a postcard that has the wrong headline on it, whatever it is, or a book that you haven't written. One little tweak in your industry, in your business, can change everything. So here's an example of it. There's a company called Shreddies. They're from, as you can see, Lego, Le Carrément Bon, whatever that means. But they're in Canada and somewhere in Europe. They're a cereal. It's basically like our shredded wheat. And they were having trouble. They were going down. Their sales were down. Everything was down. And they said, what can we do differently to turn this business around? We need to sell more cereal. And they came up with this amazing idea. They introduced new diamond shreddies. So if you look on the left, there's those old boring ones. And on the right, there's these new diamond shreddies. So they had a campaign that went like this. They actually sold combo packs. Some were diamonds and some were squares. And then they did vote for your favorite, the diamonds or the squares. And it became this huge thing just because of one little tweak. They took a square and they made it a diamond, and they introduced something else, and the sales went through the roof. So that's what I'm saying. What is the one thing that you can do in your business to make a little bit of a shift, a little change that can do something like Shreddies did? So that's basically what I teach at my seminars is what is that one thing that you have? Step number two is discover your rock star. What is your rock starness, or what can you do to be different than everybody else? And it comes down to one thing. And Bo Eason talks about this at my seminars a lot. It's what is your story? It's a defining moment in your life where something happened to you, where everything changed. Like you had an accident, God forbid, and that day you survived, and you said, "Oh my gosh, I must be on earth for a reason." And you tell that story and you walk people through how it went. Or addiction, you were addicted to something and you worked through it and you got through it, and now you're helping people with their addiction. When you come up with that one story and you know how to share that story on a stage or in a book or whatever it is, that's how you become a rock star. Because people, what is it? Stories sell, like something stories sell, whatever it is. I forget what it is. But so
we're with you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So whatever your story is, you have to figure out what your story is. That's a whole seminar. In fact, Bo Eason, like I said, does 3 days on coming up what your story is. So I'm just sharing. The tip is discover your rock star by knowing what your story is. But I can't walk you through how to get your story. But it is a defining moment in your life that changed everything. Step number 3, step into the spotlight with videos. So Joe is doing these podcasts, which are awesome, and they're videos, and we get to see people. So you need to do this. You need to do videos. And I know everybody talks about you got to do videos, you got to do a podcast, you got to write a book and all that. Well, that's mainly what I talk about, because that is how you become a rock star. Rock stars do music videos, right? There's a reason that they write a song, they record the song, but they also do music videos. So we as entrepreneurs need to do videos as well about our business. So here's a studio that I built in my garage in Los Angeles, California. I now live in Dallas. So I moved about a year and a half ago to Texas. But this was my studio in my third car garage in Los Angeles. And it was great. I had 2 chairs. I had bookcases that I bought from IKEA. I put some albums up there. I put some books up there. I had some lighting. If you see the Marshall amp on the side of the right side of the room, that's actually a refrigerator. It was really cool. It was a great, great space. So I recorded, I had a camera in there, and I recorded about 30 videos in one day. And I know Tim Gillette's on this line, and he'll share that it was, why didn't you do this? I'm not going to go there because it makes me look like an idiot and it makes him look smart. So we don't want to do that.
No.
But so I record a video, 30 videos sitting at this chair by myself. There was no one in the second chair. It was me teaching 30 videos. And I was done for the day, and it was an all-day it was like a bunch of 20 to 30-minute videos. And I was exhausted after the day, and I was so happy that I accomplished this thing. And then I looked back at the first video, and every video, it looked like I had green spikes coming out of my hair. those two stupid plants in the back made me look so weird on screen. And I didn't see it. I didn't recognize it because I just kept shooting all day. So the stupid thing I did was I was so mad, I deleted all the videos. And then and I teach repurposing all the time. And I was so mad, I didn't think, oh, just strip the audio out and just have audio podcasts. But I didn't. And I was like so mad that I did that. But that is a teaching point. See, I am here to make the mistakes for you so that you don't have to make the mistakes. So here's the other mistake. This whole room maybe cost me $250. Seriously, the whole thing. The Wayfair chairs were cheap. They were Wayfair chair. I bought them on Wayfair. The bookcases were like $29 from IKEA. It was so inexpensive, and I had the stupid green plants. And then I said, you know what? I teach how to be a rock star, and I just I cheapened my TV set. And I said, nope, not doing that anymore. Trashed the entire room. Went to the place that builds CNN's news desks. And then I built this in my studio. Little bit different than that. But
nice.
Right now, that's a studio. And I had Rock Your Life TV, and it had two nice things, a mural of Los Angeles. And because I did that, because I spent some money, that desk alone was $5,000. Now, most of you'd be like, why would you do that? Well, the reason why I would do that is because it now attracts people like a Dean Cain. Just one example. Dean Cain lives in my neighborhood. His kid goes to the school that my kids went to. And he was Superman on Lois and Clark, and he's been in tons of films. He's on the Today Show a lot. So he saw this set, and he's like, dude, how can we work together and do some podcasting and stuff together? So what I had was I started Rock Your Life TV, and I'll play this little video. Can you see this video?
Hey, this is Craig Duswalt.
Yeah. Yep.
Welcome to the launch of Rock Your Life TV. I'm here with my good friend Dean Cain, and
So I don't want to do that whole thing, but anyway, he came and we started doing interviews with like a lot of people in my mastermind. We would charge them a certain amount of money. We would have them come to my house. That was at my house. Dean would come in and we'd shoot videos all day, and he would interview these people, and they got so much traction on the internet because it's Dean Cain and he's searched a lot. Now I'm in Texas, and I met this guy, Jeff Crilly. He's a PR guy here in Texas. This is him. And we just did a podcast the other day for 10 minutes in a professional studio here in Dallas. So that's him. That's me. That's Sarah. Look at behind Sarah is all the stuff. She's the producer of the show, and she's switching camera to camera the whole time, like camera to camera in this really professional studio. So this is the new thing that I'm doing because I'm done. I am done doing things on the cheap. I haven't done that in a long time, but I'll never do it again. I'm spending a lot of money doing this. I'm in a big studio in Dallas, and I just started the Rock Your Life TV network. So I'm going to be offering at my seminars and to everybody I know a show on my network in this studio. And they have 6 studios, and they have all the top people. I could go on and on and on about this, but I'll talk more about it a lot in February if you were to come to it. But if anyone has any questions about doing your own podcast, like professionally, because I do one in my office here in Texas, but I'm going to a professional studio now because it just looks different, and you're playing a different game. Email me at craig@craigduswalt.com. We could maybe Joe can put that in the chat.
I'm going to type it in.
All right. Thank you, Joe. So the RockStar TV network. So you need to do some sort of video podcasting, videos about your business or something like that. Number 4, stand out and build your RockStar brand. So how do you stand out from the competition? And at my seminars, I have about 250 outside the box marketing ideas that you can do to stand out from the competition, to get sales immediately, to get people to notice you, to become a celebrity in your industry. Whatever that is, these things, I have 250 of them. Today, I'm going to share, I think, about 4, 5, or 6 of them. So the first one is envelopes. You all have envelopes. They're regular white envelopes, business number 10 envelopes. What I do outside the box marketing, because I hate cold calling, is I get an envelope, I get a bunch of them, and I address it to somebody that I want to invite, either as a sponsor, maybe to my event, or someone that I think would benefit coming to my event, whatever it is, or even like appearing in one of my books, something. So I write their names on an envelope, and in the return address, I put my name, of course, and my address, and my telephone number in the return address. And I mail, and I put a stamp on it, and I mail the envelope. And the person, let's just say it goes to John Smith. John Smith opens the envelope, and it's empty. There's nothing in it. And curiosity is killing him. Like, what was in this envelope that, he looks on the envelope, that Craig Duswalt forgot to put in the envelope. And he goes, oh, so good. He left his number on the back of the envelope. So he calls me. And he said, hey, Craig, my name is John Smith, and I just got this envelope from you, but it was empty. I'm just curious what was in it. I said, actually, there was nothing in it. I just wanted you to call me because I have a seminar coming up, and I think your business would be awesome. And it just gets them on the phone. One of two things happens.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's
One
amazing.
of two things happens. One is, which has never happened yet, he could get upset and say, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, John, you called me. I didn't call you. So he can't get mad at that. And number two, what happens all the time is, wow, that's different. Haven't seen that before. Talk to me more. And it just gets the door open. So I hate cold calling. So I do that. And then they call me. Way easier. Picket signs. If you have a brick and mortar, or even if you have an office, I just moved into an office in Dallas, and we haven't done this yet, but I will be doing this before February 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because I just want to do this, is have people walk outside your office with nice signs. Like Craig Duswalt rocks. We love working here. We love, like, now it's great if you're on a street with traffic going back and forth. But imagine having picketers outside your office with nice signs instead of the signs that they want to quit or they want a new deal.
That's awesome.
Right? All right, golf balls. I am an avid golfer, and Shantha Money, who's in my mastermind, sent me 3 golf balls because she's with Banner Season, I think it's called. And she sent me 3 personalized golf balls. And on the golf ball, it had my website address. And it said on the other side, I'm hiding from Craig. Don't tell him I'm here, on the golf ball. So what I do now, I belong to these really nice golf courses, really upscale golf courses. And a lot of CEOs play there. A lot of people with a lot of money play golf. So what I do is I order like 100 decent golf balls, not the Titleist Pro V1s, but like a Titleist Velocity, like a lower end Titleist, but it's still a Titleist. And I put my website address, www.rockyourlifeconference.com. And I say, would love to see you in February and the dates of my event on a golf ball. And I sprinkle those golf balls all in the rough and the trees of all the holes of the golf course. Because most golfers never hit it in the fairway. They're always looking for balls. And then someone's going to see my ball with a website on it. And then just out of curiosity, they're going to go to the website and just check it out just because they found the golf ball. So that's what I do when I golf now.
Nice.
Stamps 1. I have 2 stamps 1. Stamps 1 is I do this. I order 1-cent stamps and in big envelopes. Like if I'm sending a book to somebody, I'll put a book in a manila envelope and I'll buy like 55 1-cent stamps and make happy faces and make things on it, because when they receive it, it's going to stand out from if I had 1 58-cent stamp on it. So buy 55 or 58, whatever the price is for stamps right now, 1-cent stamps, and make pictures on envelopes. Send them to people that you want to contact you, because trust me, they'll be very interested just to know who the person was that had the time to put 58 1-cent stamps on an envelope. Just makes you stand out from the competition. Stamps 2 is you go to stamps.com and you can put your face and your website on stamps. Now, I did this when it was 50 cents. I have a bunch of these still, so I have to add now another 5 cents, whatever it is, 8 cents. But I had a bunch of these just as an example. I have sheets and sheets and sheets of these stamps. These are real stamps. So I was on the reunion committee of my 50th. Oh my God.
Wow,
No. 40th high school reunion. I know it's shocking to even hear that it was my 40th, but
right.
The 40th high school reunion just 2 years ago. And I was on the committee to mail the invitations to my entire class of like 700 students. So I put my stamps on the invitations. So when I got to the reunion, everybody came up to me, dude, how did you get on a stamp? And I said, well, I'm a pretty well-known speaker in California. And they asked me, no one has any idea that you could do this yourself. The normal person in this world has no idea that everyone could do this. They just don't know. But so that's why you just do that and you'll be a star in your local community.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. So step number 5, use your book to get into the media. So I teach people how to write books. I have a how to write a book in 30-day system, and I've had over like 700 people write a book, a small book. I teach people to write small books, like 96 pages, even 82 pages, 84, whatever the number is 80 pages, 96, 80, because it has to be in divisions of 16 if you want to save money. Long story, but I'll share that another time. So I teach people to write small books. I was going to write a gigantic book on marketing, but here's the book I was going to write when I first started out as a speaker. Something like Do Good Marketing, Really Good. 5,641 extremely long tips that will take you years to read and even longer to implement, written in 6 years by Craig Duswalt. So it took me 6 years. I wrote like 20 pages. But Joe, being the star that he is, he basically said to me, he wrote a testimonial for me before I even knew who he was, before he was at my event. So this was a 300-page book, and this was the testimonial Joe wrote for my 300-page book that didn't even exist yet. This is the perfect book for the person who hates using drugs and alcohol to induce sleep. In fact, there are so many chapters in this book that have put me to sleep for 600 nights straight. The added cleverness of this unique writer is that because the book is so long, when you finally finish it, you can read it again from the beginning because you won't remember anything about what you learned in chapter 1, Joe Ingram. So thank you again, Joe.
Yes. I'm all about the encouragement.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
Right. That's who you are.
Right.
Right. So anyway, write a small book. I've had 700 people write a book using my system. Here are my books. All the first 4 of them.
Watch the hands, Brian.
The stupid hands. The first 4 of them. Then I got smart and I got out of that. And then I wrote a book about Guns N' Roses. Then I wrote compilation books. My wife has written compilation books. Rock Your Life is my brand. Women Who Rock is my wife's. RockStars, a bunch of famous rock stars there. And my recent book, 1001 Ways to Rock Your Life, which was being launched on December 9th. Okay, whip through that. I'm going to go through this really fast because I know I'm like almost out of time. There's other books that you can write. Everything men know about women. It's 180 blank pages. There's another book for women. My son wrote a book. I'm not going to tell that story because it's just too long. But he makes a lot of money selling his book. And here's another one I'm going to share though. An outside the box marketing tip. The most incredible book marketing tip ever is basically you write a book, small book, you take 10 or 15 of those books, you put them in a backpack, and you go to your local bookstore. And you walk around the bookstore and you go, where would my book look best at this bookstore? And I always put mine in the marketing section next to Tony Robbins. That's called reverse shoplifting. You actually put your book on bookshelves. And people pay like thousands of dollars to go to seminars to figure out how do I get books on bookshelves. And I'm like, you just put them there. I don't know why this is so hard. So I just put my books always next to Tony Robbins. So it looks like that, RockStar system.
Nice.
And
Nice. I'm so excited right now.
I know, right? I have people doing this all over the country. It's hysterical. All right. Own your own rockstarness. Really quick. Step 6. You got to get your trademark. I trademarked Rock Your Life. And here's my trademark. And I own everything Rock Your Life, like Rock Your Life Conference for Entrepreneurs, podcast, TV, tips. And all I did was change just a little thing at the bottom, and I have all those trademarks. And I own every trademark possible for Rock Your Life webinars even as well. Step number 7, give back. I'm not going to go into this, but you should give back. I opened up a foundation called Band Together Foundation. As soon as I did that, and I raise money at all my events for the Band Together Foundation, which helps disaster areas all across the world. As soon as I did that, my business went through the roof because we gave back. So I encourage you, whatever business you're in, open up a foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit foundation, and give back. Raise money for it and give back. Your business will go through the roof. Step 8, here's where you can come to my seminar. So really, really quick, this is my seminar. Like I said, I get a lot of people coming to it. Everyone's happy. Everyone's smiling. It's a 2.5-day event. It's a Thursday night, all day Friday, all day Saturday. That's the event. You're going to get a RockStar binder that looks like this. It's about 100 to 150 pages of the Rock Your Life system. If you're a VIP, you get the networking lunches on Friday and Saturday. If you're a VIP, you get a swag bag with lots of really cool things in it. If you're a VIP, you get a download of my RockStar flash drive, which has the How to Write a Book in 30 Days system. It's a workbook and a CD set that you could download. It's the RockStar System for Success, an 8 CD set and a workbook that you could download. It's the ebook, this ebook, this ebook, this ebook, and my son's ebook. And then there's my 43-page book proposal that I got an agent and a publishing deal for my Guns N' Roses book. It's the actual proposal that got me a 5-figure deal at an agent. So it's kind of good to have. I always have surprise rock stars. This is Les Brown. I'm not going to play that, but tons of people come to my, like a lot of famous people come to my events. I try to get as many as possible. When you're known as a rock star in your industry, celebrity attachment is easy. That's why if you do all these things that I said, that you could easily become known as a celebrity, a rock star in your business, and then the celebrity attachment is much easier. And that's how I got to know all these people on this list, not only from Guns N' Roses, but by being a rock star in my business. It's February 3rd to 5th. Once again, 2022. 2022, Craig, is a mistake. First mistake ever in my life. There's my website, rockyourlifeconference.com. If you go there now, you'll see that the price for a VIP is $777 per person. General admission is $677. General admission, you don't get the lunches, you don't get the swag bag, you don't get the flash drive. So you should do VIP, especially because if you go there, every time I do a podcast or something special, I offer this. I do not offer this to just anybody. On my website, it's $777 or $677. But when I do something, because I like people that watch podcasts, that believe in someone like a Joe, Joe is doing the work. I want to help his audience. So you can save $600 on that price. All you have to do is enter the word Queen. I'm a Queen fanatic, the band, in the coupon code, and then hit apply, and it'll knock it down to $177 for VIP and $77 for general admission. There's only 47 seats left. Seriously, it's a smaller. It only seats 300 people, and I usually get 600 to 700 people. There are 47 seats left. If you want to go, I would suggest doing it as ASAP. February 3rd to the 5th, 2021. I am done.
22. Don't go back.
As I said, 2022.
I thought the discount code was for me when you said Queen.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's where you were going with it.
Yes, that's where I went.
Okay, guys, I'm telling you, there's notes all through my page.
There you go.
Gave us. Yes, I've been to a RockStar event, and I'm still scribbling like I don't know what's going on. But again, he's got so much new stuff because life has happened in between.
I'm telling you, Joe, it's. I won't say it's all new because I have so many good ones from before, but my focus is a ton of new content, like tons. Yeah,
no,
it'll be good. It'll be fun.
No, and then just so you know, your neighbor is Brian. He's in Dallas as well.
Oh, are you? Where are you? Yeah, I can't even talk. Where do you live?
I'm off of Knox Henderson area, right off 75 near Uptown.
Oh, very cool. So I'm in like Frisco.
You're in Frisco. Yeah, so you're north of me. I'm closer to downtown. But yeah, 20, 30 minutes up the road.
My podcast studio is on right next to the Galleria.
Yeah. Okay. So that's halfway in between us then. Yeah. So I'm closer to Tollway and like downtown. And yeah, I could pop on the Tollway and come up there and visit you sometime in the future.
That's awesome. We'd love it. Love to get together for lunch.
Get you guys connected. Yes, I'm right outside in California. So it's a little bit longer to get there, but no, I love it.
California. But
yes.
I got smart. I sold my house for $2.1 million, and I bought a house that was just as big here on a golf course for $720.
Oh, jeez, that's amazing. That is amazing. Look, Brian's a rock star too. Ken Wells did that. I took your Get Creative, so I bought wallsken.com so I can capitalize.
I like that.
On that. So I was my creative. Netta, Ken's kissing butt over here.
Yeah, Ken is like
he's just passing out the rock stars.
He's trying to get new guests for his show, I guess.
So, but no, wow, this was amazing. There was so much stuff that you gave. I'm completely blown away. But yeah, jury is always out on me. So look, Ken's a rock star. No, come on, Larry. We're not here on my show to kiss up to Ken. So But no. So Brian, do me a favor and tweak Craig a little bit with your what you can tell by looking at him.
So I actually, while you were talking, I actually did a screenshot and already sent it to your Instagram, so you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But so the first part was you've got a rounded forehead, so outside the box thinker, right? You like to hear how everybody else does it, and then you're gonna figure out your own way to do it. Then you've got a brow ridge right here, which means you like understanding the steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, right? And then you have straight eyebrows, so get straight to the point. Don't waste your time. Get right to it, and then shut up, right?
Amen, brother.
So that's what I was doing when I was looking away. I just grabbed one of your pictures, but there wasn't a lot of pictures of your face on Instagram. So I did grab a picture of you at an event. But yeah, I already sent it to your messages.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he's
Thank
amazing.
you, Brian.
So Tim is kissing butt on Ken too. I don't get it.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Everyone's kissing.
What is this? But everybody just wrap it all the way back around that Ken Walls loves me. So again, the power has been restored and flipped back to me.
There you go.
On the show, so it comes up. But
Everything
okay,
right with the
so
world now.
we want to go out to rockyourlifeconference.com. It's in the chat. It's all over everywhere that we've put this out there. Discount code was Queen, all caps, for the band.
Or actually, it doesn't
me.
matter.
Yeah. It was not because he loves me. He put Queen. It was for the band.
Yes.
To go through.
Yeah.
But Tim did put up there that Ken was a nobody until he met you, Craig. So
amen, Tim. I wish I could say I introduced Ken to Glenn Morshower, but I didn't.
No, he gives credit to people who didn't. It's really sad. Ken does that. But, Ken's right now going, send me the link to this. But no, so I just want to say again, amazing content, amazing information. Everybody, you owe it to yourself to get to Dallas. Okay, on February
3rd through the 5th.
Yeah.
Thank you. 3rd through the 5th. In 2022 is when we're going to go.
Preferably 2022, yes.
Right, yes. I proofread the slides. That's why it was wrong, right? Craig didn't make a mistake.
No, wasn't me.
No, of course.
Never make a mistake.
Yes, once I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I'm still on 100%.
I tell that to my wife all the time, and she doesn't.
Netta doesn't believe me either.
Never flies.
But yes. So guys, just the stamp thing alone.
I love it.
I'm just telling you that the whole happy face on the envelope, 1 cent stamps. Think about how far away from your competition you set yourself. It'll
definitely be opened. The person will definitely go, I just want to see what this is. They're not going to throw it away for sure, even what's in it. And if you send them a book, like I don't have it in front of me because I took it last night. Anyway, my new book, that's what I'm going to send to people that I want to connect with. I'm just going to send them a book with
my book.
My shit list.
It's actually a journal where you can document all the shit that goes on in your life.
I would need 8 of those.
Yes, I have them here. Yes. So at the bottom it says, remember, don't take shit from anyone. So you could definitely get that.
And if you put that like in a manila envelope with all those stamps on it, someone is going to go, who is this person? I just want to talk to them because that's weird.
Yeah,
exactly. In a good way.
I like the send an empty envelope.
That's my best one.
I love that.
That's my best one. I do that all day long, and everyone, I won't say 90.
But I don't know if I would pick up the phone and call. Would you guys?
Do what? Would I call? I would call to say what
I would want to know, what did I miss? Was it a check?
Exactly.
Was it right?
Right. I'd put down, like, Netta, you can go put across the front, say special discounts inside, right, for the dealership, and then leave it blank and just the phone number scribbled on the back, and they'd be like,
"Wait, no discounts."
Yes, they'd be like, "Wait, what happened? What happened?"
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I'm actually going to add that to my repertoire because even better, add special discount inside.
Right.
And now they know, shoot, what was the discount for?
Well, like she said, there is no discount, so tough. That's why I sent it empty.
It's empty.
There's no discount. Stop it. Yes.
I like it. That's awesome.
So Ken Walls wanted to know where you found the venue. How did you discover it?
Well, funny he should mention that. The venue that I'm going to is the Courtyard by Marriott in Allen, Texas. It's connected to the Allen main event convention center, main event or whatever it's called. The Allen Event Center. Beautiful. They're right outside the hotel is every restaurant and every fast food place, so it's perfect for a venue. And Ken Walls was speaking there about 6 months ago, and he invited me to go, and I couldn't make it at the last second, but he sent me pictures of this place, and he said, you should do your event here. So Ken Walls introduced me to the venue that I'm doing my first Dallas event at. It's all about Ken.
But you only moved to Dallas because of Tim, according to what Tim's claiming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Because of Tim. Yeah. Tim
Ken's not bitter either.
Yeah. And so Ken said, because I said I was going to go, and so Ken's talking on stage, and my friend Craig Duswalt, RockStar guy, is in the audience. Craig, where are you? And I wasn't there.
That's even better. That is a better story right there.
So good.
RSVP for things and don't show up, so that way they look for you.
I did.
You know what happened, right? Everybody went, "Who's Craig Duswalt?"
Right.
And now your name got flooded through there.
My name mentioned.
Yes. I'm doing an event in March.
Who's Craig Duswalt?
Right.
Now your name got. And so I'm doing an event in March. So now I'm thinking, ooh, we need to have Craig come out, but it's probably going to be in Florida. So
I go to Florida.
Yeah, you can come to Florida. It's much freer over there, much like Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm in the People's Republic of California.
Ryan, free or what?
Oh, 100%. Other than Uber, that's it.
Yeah, Uber's not free. But California, we went there about a month ago. Man, still
yeah.
Still hard.
People's Republic of California.
No, it's
That's
hard.
where we are. Or California, as my friend Ron says.
It's such a beautiful state, and they're just I don't know. A lot of homeless everywhere.
Oh yeah, you go down to LA and what have you. That's
Well, even in the valley, like Woodland Hills now, it's even creeping up towards Calabasas on the freeway. It's really sad.
Yes, I agree. So Tim does have a friend. So. Wow, Ken said he actually put your picture on the big screen when he called you out. That's fantastic.
That is awesome.
That is
so
fantastic.
Awesome.
Yes, that's called free advertisement.
Yeah.
And very well done. Because now everybody has that sense of FOMO, right? Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I missed out on Craig Duswalt.
Yeah.
So
maybe he'll speak next year, that guy.
The desk that you bought, was that custom made for you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait. Yes, but it was a template. So it wasn't purely custom made. It was like a template that they, I guess, custom made. It had the curve already. It had the levels on the front, but there were a couple of things that they added to it. So, but that's why, it was literally, it was $4,200, I think, to buy it, and it was $1,000 to ship it because it came from North Carolina.
Wow.
So it came in a big ass truck, and it was heavy. It's heavy.
I did like your first office when you put the picture up. I was like, oh, I really like this office. Then when you put the second one, I was like, well, not so much anymore.
Right.
She texted me, I like his first office, the one where the ferns come out of your head. Yeah. So,
that was classic. I've never been so frustrated in my life after that. I was just like, you should have seen the audience. I was at the event Glenn walked into when Craig was speaking and just walked out. You should have seen that audience. I don't even understand that.
I don't either. Tim was just.
I was at the event that Glenn walked into when Craig was speaking.
And Glenn turned around and walked back out.
That's impossible.
I'm surprised Glenn just didn't walk up on stage. What are you talking about?
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
Not only did he not walk out, he probably walked onto my stage. Because if I saw him, I would bring him on for sure.
He said it was Glenn at Vegas. So
I don't even remember what happened yesterday.
Tim makes up things. Tim just makes up things. Look, he said he did walk up on the stage. That was more realistic.
Yeah. That's better.
But fantastic. So I do want to say thank you, Craig Duswalt. Thank you, VIPs, for being on the screen with us and going along. Ken Walls, you're always appreciated out there. Tim Gillette as well. I'll learn to talk as we go through.
Me too.
And Ken said Glenn is definitely a rock star.
Oh, look, sucking up again.
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, everybody, who's on the line? Let me just tell you how great you are.
Hey, I think they just did the Ken and Glenn with a guy named Scott.
Yeah.
He visited again last week. Yeah.
Oh shit! Look at that. There goes Ken. Thank you, Netta, for introducing me to Glenn.
Wait, Netta, are you the one that introduced him? Wait, is this true?
I introduced you to Glenn?
No. Ken Walls said thanks for introducing him to Glenn.
Him to Glenn. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no. She'll take credit for it, but no.
Oh, okay.
No, yes.
I don't even know how Ken met Glenn, actually.
Yes. I don't know either. It's one of those things.
Maybe he'll take an hour to type it. So
yes, no, I introduced them, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, so and so introduced me to him. Yeah. So I was like, what are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? I thought I was the one that introduced him, but I didn't know Ken at the time, so it can't be.
right. So look, this is the first time he admitted it right now. So Joe.
Oh, was it Joe? Were you really the one that introduced him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We did a.
Wait, Joe. Wait, before you tell that story, Joe, how did you meet Glenn?
I met Glenn through Bob Donnell taking me to a Craig Duswalt.
Wait. Okay, then we have to go back one. How did Bob meet Glenn?
Yes, through Craig Duswalt. It all starts at you.
Because then Bob was at mine, met Glenn, and then you were at mine too, and then you met Glenn through Bob, and then Ken through you is 6 degrees of me.
And Brian got introduced to Glenn on Clubhouse in a room we were all in.
All right.
And Brian just did Ken's show, so that's where it was.
Oh, very cool. So Brian, you know Glenn because of me. See how this is happening?
Yeah. Everything comes back to the rock star.
It's 7th removed. That's okay though. I'm okay with 7.
Right. No, that truly does work with everybody. All roads lead back to Craig.
Yes.
That is so true.
Yes. Okay, I'm just kidding for those of you that don't know me. I'm just kidding. Just joking right now. Everyone's like, what a pompous ass that guy is.
Yeah. No. Sorry, they're watching my show.
Oh.
So they're like, Craig doesn't even cut it. Joe's over there. Come on. Yes. So he's there. So fantastic. So we are creeping up onto the 3 o'clock.
Okay, let's
cut off.
Let's go.
So we're done. So everybody, seriously, I'm going to tell you, go to Rock Your Life Conference. That it is so inexpensive for the value you're going to get, even if you say, let me add in airfare and a hotel. And you don't have to add in a hotel. Stay at Brian's house.
And the hotel is only $129 a night. It's such a good deal.
Yeah. That's just gravy.
Crazy stuff. Well, thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. And keep seeing you again, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, VIPs. Everybody watching, I appreciate you all. As always, when we end our War Games show, I'm going to tell you to do what? Go out and sell something. Thanks, everybody. Bye.